Cyberdark Impact was released in November 2006. This was the first set to introduce column mechanics, although it wouldn't become more prevalent until much later on. Notable cards in this set include Vanity's Fiend, the Barrier Statues, Instant Fusion, Black Horn of Heaven, and a card that saw a surprising amount of play considering the effect only resolved 67% of the time, Snipe Hunter. In this series, both Nyhmnim and myself will be opening 24 booster packs or one box of a core Yu-Gi-Oh! Booster set. We will build a deck and play a best 2 out of 3, and the winner will receive a small prize to upgrade their deck. However, in each episode, we will open another box of the next set that was released, moving in chronological order, constantly upgrading our decks before dueling each other at the end of each episode. This is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression series. We might have to start renaming the Progression series to Macro Mondays, because with all of the banishing that we have been doing and keeping Gage off of Emperor, these cards have been coming in clutch. So Gage is definitely going to have to change it up if he wants to see any hope of winning, because it's going to be rough for him moving forward as long as I stay on the strategy. So here we are again, back in the winner circle. It feels great. We still have some potential packs that we could get. Tournament Pack 8 is still up for grabs. We did get some of those in the last episode. Some minor upgrades. It's not too bad. I don't know if there's any good wild cards we want, because Power of the Duels didn't really introduce too many powerful cards. I guess maybe getting a Future Fusion wouldn't be the worst. So I'm just going to go ahead and spin the wheel here. I really don't care too much about what I get at this point. And looks like we're just going to be opening 3 more tournament packs. Now, I will say we do have a shot at Harpy's Feather Duster in here. I don't really need Feather Duster because I do have Heavy Storm. It would be an upgrade, and also I could play both. There's nothing saying I can't. I'm just not really too excited about it because, like, it would be great, but it's not necessary. I feel like Gage would want Feather Duster a lot more than I would. And starting off strong with a Mobius. That's our second copy of Mobius. I'm not feeling too bad about that. I don't think I'm going to make this into the main deck necessarily, but I think as a side deck card just for more spell and trap removal, it's pretty nice. Okay, pack number 2, and that pack has absolutely nothing. And for our third and final pack, what are we going to get? We get, again, absolutely nothing. So a Mobius is pretty nice. Again, that's a nice pickup for the side deck. I'm not sure how much longer Mobius is going to be a viable card, but it's still nice to get, and we're going to probably throw it into the side deck. But let's go ahead and open some Cyberdark Impact.
All right, we're obviously back where we belong. We're in the loser circle again. Today we're opening Cyberdark Impact, though, released November 15th, 2006. Cyberdark Impact, guys. I think this is one of the worst sets ever printed in Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not even exaggerating. There is not one good holographic card in this set. I am not looking forward to any of them. The Cyberdarks are not good. The Allures, not good. Vanity's Fiend is actually a pretty sick rare card, but that's not a holographic card. But it is a pretty good rare, coming in at a level 6, 2400, 1200, and neither player can special summon monsters. Maybe not good right now, but in later strategies and later stages of the game, this card is great. The Barrier Statues get their debut in this set. Cool, not really relevant right now, but again, in the future, Barrier Statue Stun, it could be a thing. Oh man, Moon Mirror Shield, hell of a card. Instant Fusion gets released in this set, which is a limited card. We don't have a really good pool of fusions to be able to bring out with this thing. Neither of us even have Thousand Eyes Restrict, which would be the best target to be able to play off of this thing. But hey, we could pull it, and we might have it for later. Maybe summon the greatest, most powerful monster in Yu-Gi-Oh's history, Sea Monster of Theseus. Senate Switch? You guys remember when Link Monsters got announced, and this was super hyped. Oh my. And Black Horn of Heaven. Yeah, that's about it. The most important card of this set, I didn't even mention at the start because I wanted to save it for last, is Snipe Hunter. A common card, 1500 attack, 600 defense, discard a card, target a card on the field, roll a 6-sided die, and destroy it unless it's a 1 or a 6. So unless neither of us are super unlucky, this is super easy generic removal on a dark body, level 4. 1500 attack is not even that bad, and the best thing about this card, it is not once per turn. So we can activate Snipe Hunter as many times as we want. Just machine gun down the field if we get lucky with it. So our goal this episode, for me at least, is to pull 3 Snipe Hunter. There is nothing else I want. Vanity's Fiend would be nice to have in the bank, and of course an Instant Fusion, but that's a common, pretty much guaranteed to pull. Let me not waste any more time. Whole box of Cyberdark Impact. let's get into it.
All right, guys, so 24 packs of Cyberdark Impact. There's surprisingly some very good cards in here for us when this is notoriously known as one of the worst sets in Yu-Gi-Oh! But we'll go ahead and cover those as we get them. But this first pack actually isn't too bad. We got a copy of Instant Fusion. This is currently limited. This is a way for us to get some fusion monsters onto the field that we can use for specific things. For Gage, it's actually not bad because it allows him to get like a light or dark into the grave depending on if he's missing something. We also got some barrier statues, which might not be necessarily too useful at the moment, but are actually pretty nice pickups maybe for the side deck later on once we get into the far later stages of the progression series. So for our second pack, we got some more barrier statues, but we also got a super rare Cyber Shadow Gardna. Kind of cool for any sort of like trap monster deck. I'm not sure how viable that's going to be, but pretty cool. Not the best super rare, but we'll move on. And right after that, another super rare Cyberdark Keel. This is the introduction to the Cyberdark archetype. Also, Chain Strike is in this set as well. This is a very crucial piece to Chain Burn, which this card's limited right now, so that tells you how powerful this card is. But yeah, Cyberdark Keel, pretty cool, but not really too necessary. Now there's a big pickup, Vanity Fiend. This is a rare in Cyberdark Impact, and again, this may not necessarily be the most crucial card at the moment, but being able to lock out Gage from special summoning is huge. It's actually pretty good right now considering that Chaos Emperor Dragon is a threat. I think it's going to be much better later on when we have much more special summon focused decks, but a nice pickup. I'm not too upset about it, and feeling pretty good.
Pack number 1, Cyberdark Impact. Okay, straight flush. This is not a bad trap card, actually, weirdly enough. Maybe, just maybe someday we'll reach a point where straight flush is broken. Instant Fusion, there's the one copy we will ever need. All set with that. All right. Let's get on to the better stuff. There's one Snipe Hunter, 1 out of 3 down. 2 Snipe Hunter in the back-to-back packs. Looks like I'm getting those 3 quite easy, but oh, I didn't even realize an ultra rare Dark Lucius level 8. Wow, gotta summon it with Dark Lucius level 6, and it only does, what, negates effects after battling? Whoa. Yep, that is an ultra rare of the set. Oh, Vanity's Fiend is a rare. And the 3rd Snipe Hunter! Already done with the Snipe Hunters. No more looking for those. Now the rest of it's just gravy.
Oh, what a pack. Not only a second copy of Vanity's Fiend, but the king himself, Snipe Hunter. This was the only card I really wanted out of this set, but for good reason. This card is nuts. So for people who don't know, Snipe Hunter is a dark level 4 fiend effect with 1500 attack. So the base stats are already incredible. We can search this with our witches or our Sangans. It's dark, so it has chaos synergy. And the effect is you can discard a card and target a card on the field, roll a 6-sided die. And as long as it is not a 1 or a 6, so a 2, 3, 4, or 5, you can destroy that card. So this is great if you want to get specific cards into the graveyard, but you're also getting value off of that as well. It's also not a once per turn effect. So if you have 5 cards in hand, you could hypothetically just drop Snipe Hunter, dump your hand, and pop up to 5 cards if you hit that 66% chance on the die roll. That's crazy. And especially in a format where we don't really have this sort of generic removal, or at least access to generic removal as easily, Snipe Hunter might actually be one of the best cards that we could have access to. There's the 3rd Vanity's Fiend. That's actually a great pickup because we now have a complete playset of Vanity's Fiend at some point, whether we want to use it now or in the future. It's kind of weird. I have more Vanity's Fiends right now than Snipe Hunters, and that's kind of disturbing, and I really hope we can complete that playset of Snipe Hunter.
Vanity's Fiend's pretty cool to have in the bank, though, I'm not gonna lie. That might be something that comes in handy much later down the line. Mystical Wind Typhoon. I think this was the time that, MST was either, I think it was at 1 or something like that, so this is the substitute they tried to throw in, and it's so bad. Chain Link 3 or higher, destroy spell trap at the field. You cannot activate this card if multiple cards or effects with the same name are in that chain. Oh, Trojan Blast. Super rare. Activate only when an opponent's card effect shifts control of an... Okay, yep, that's bad. Black Horde of Heaven. Hell yeah, that's a pretty good rare too. I will take that. Oddly enough, there's a lot of... Look at this. These barrier statues too. 3 of them. Oddly enough, there's a lot of good burn strategy cards in this thing here. I don't think it's enough to build an actual just burn, straight up burn deck. But there's a lot of things like Chain Strike in it and Accumulated Fortune and other stuff. Pretty interesting pack. Not bad. All right, coming up on the last 2 packs here. See if we can wrap it up. Vanity's Roller. Not a bad one. Not a bad one. And nothing good from that one. Last pack. and nothing. Okay, I'm happy. I got more than 3 Snipe Hunter. That was the big thing I was looking for. I think I got a singular Vanity's Fiend, which isn't too bad, and a Black Horn of Heaven. Not bad kind of stuff, though. That's good to throw in the bank, those two. But the Snipe Hunters, that was the real meal ticket today. Let's get building. Let's see what we can come up with.
So here's another super rare Cyberdark Horn. Wow, we almost have all the cards to make Cyberdark Dragon. Not that we're going to play it, but it's still kind of funny. I'm getting a little bit nervous, guys. We're at 14 packs right now, and I still only have that one Snipe Hunter that we highlighted earlier. And I'm really hoping we can finish that playset because I feel like that card is so strong, so I'm getting a bit nervous. There's a 4th Vanity's Fiend. We are now at a 4-to-1 ratio on Vanity's Fiends to Snipe Hunters, and Vanity's Fiend is a rare. Ooh, this is also a pretty good one too, Black Horn of Heaven. So basically, when your opponent would special summon a monster, you're able to flip this and negate the summon. This card was actually worth so much money back in the day. I believe it was like hat format around that time because of the ability just to negate the summons of so many different types of monsters. Yeah, Black Horn, especially Ultimate Rare Black Horns, were crazy, and anyone who played back during that time remembers that, and this is one of the few cards out of Cyberdark Impact that really does have a lasting legacy. Okay, so Cyberdark update, we now have Cyberdark Edge, so we literally have all 3 pieces of Cyberdark Dragon. We still don't have Cyberdark Dragon, but more importantly, we only have a few packs left, and we still only have 1 Snipe Hunter. Another copy of Black Horn of Heaven. Honestly, I'll take that because later on, this card could be very, very powerful. Here's another super rare Cyber Esper. This card really isn't that good. I believe it had some small screen time in the anime, but guys, we only have 4 packs left, and I still only have 1 copy of Snipe Hunter. It's a common! How am I not able to... Okay, well, there's a second one. I feel better about that. So now if I just need to get 1 more Snipe Hunter in 3 packs, we'll be feeling pretty good. Let's just go ahead and send it and see if we can get it. Okay, well, don't have it there. Straight Flush is kind of cool, but we're going to have to move on. Only a couple packs left. Uh-oh, no 3rd Snipe Hunter. This is our last pack, ladies and gentlemen. Are we going to get it? And we didn't. Okay, so only 2 Snipe Hunter. Again, maybe 2 is fine. 3 might be overkill, but I think the card is still very powerful in our format specifically, and I'm hoping that we get to show that power in this episode. We've got some possible adjustments to make here, so let's go ahead and throw this into Dueling Book and see what we can come up with.
All right, obviously, this is not going to look anything like the last episode's list. A whole bunch of new changes in it with this time. I really felt like I needed to rewarp the deck a little bit if I wanted to stand a chance against Alex. Things just weren't looking good the last few episodes. I had some help with some friends. Farfa and Jordan both helped me out here to spice up this list a little bit, give me the competitive edge against Alex. I think it's looking kind of hot, actually. Big thing was we took out both of the Chaos Sorcerers. They're gone from the deck now. We also threw Jinzo back in the main deck, as well as a couple of other things. Spear Reaper returns from the deck, Tsukiyomi as well. Tsukiyomi's going to be able to out the breakers that Alex summons, just because I can summon Suk, book it, and then attack. It also outs Banisher the Radiance, which is pretty nice, either just by flipping it down simply or doing the same thing where I can flip and attack. Banisher the Radiance does have 0 defense, super nice. Night Assailant has made it back into the main deck too as another thing that I can pitch off of like Snipe Hunter. I can pitch it off of CED and be able to bring back a Spy from the graveyard that was earlier, but also it's just a flip effect destroy monster, which isn't too bad on its own. And the 3 Snipe Hunter has of course hit the main deck. This card is so crazy. Just being able to pitch Dead Lights from my hand or something, or be able to fuel the graveyard for CED, but also just being able to be removal for absolutely anything is so huge for this card. Smashing Ground has reached the main deck at a 3. If Alex is going to stick with his Banisher, the Radiance and stuff, I need to have a way to deal with it. Smashing Ground outs it pretty easy, as well as anything a little bit too big to get over. And then Phoenix Wing Blast has been bumped down to 2. We already got the 3 Snipe Hunter rolling in there. Too much discards is going to be a big problem, so we decided to keep 2 Wing Blast, 3 Hunter. Seems pretty good to me. Oh, and the Raigeki Break is also back in because it's removal for things like Mirage of Nightmare, or his macro or DeFi rather than stacking it. Lots of discard capabilities, lots of cards that are decent with discards. Night Assailant, Treeborn Frog being the top 2. I'm feeling pretty good about this. I think we might be able to come out with a win. I'm hoping so, at least this time. Let's see how we do.
All right, guys, so this is the deck we are bringing to today's duel. Admittedly, it looks very similar to our last deck, but the thing is, I'm feeling very confident with this particular deck. I really want to see how Gage adjusts, because I feel like I'm in the power position at this point, so we're going to have to see what changes he makes before we do anything crazy, but I'm really liking the lineup here. Starting off, 3 Banisher the Radiance. It's walking Macrocosmos. It doesn't really get much much better than that. Two Breaker, the Magical Warrior. This card has just changed so much, and I'm so happy to have it. The one Chaos Sorcerer, Cyber Dragon, still on the 3 DD Survivor. I think if anything, these are probably like what's the most cuttable. It is annoying for Gage to deal with, but like the card itself doesn't really do much. And unless I have some of these other macro synergistic cards like Banisher, like DeFi, like Macro on the field, then DD Survivor is not really going to be doing a whole lot. So the Dekoichi, the Exile Force, the Kaiku, one Magical Merchant, Magician of Faith, Mobius, Mystic Swordsman level 2, and of course, we put in Snipe Hunter. I have a second Snipe Hunter in the side deck because I couldn't really figure out where to cut space in the main. Again, I could have cut a Survivor, but I still feel like for the time being that one Snipe Hunter is fine. This card isn't like great in every scenario, but just having this kind of catch-all that can really out a lot of different things is pretty cool. For the spells, Dark Hole, Dimensional Fissure, Heavy Storm, Mirage of Nightmare, 2 My Body is a Shield, Pot of Greed, Regeki, 2 Smashing Ground, and 1 Snatch Steal. I also forgot to mention Snipe Hunter is also very good in our format because we don't have a lot of ways to specifically deal with set monsters, and so Snipe Hunter is good because it's able to take out those set monsters without flipping them, so stuff like Gravekeeper, Spy, and the like, and that's a problem that we tend to have in this format, so we have to like attack into it, flip it, trigger the effect, and then hit it with like a Smashing Ground or something. Phoenix Wing Wind Blast technically is also okay with dealing with it. I guess Compulse by extension as well, but Snipe Hunter is just kind of a different way to go about it, so you're going to definitely see a little bit of that this game, at least I hope. For the traps, 2 Bottomless Trap Hole, 2 Compulse, 1 Imperial Order, 1 Macro Cosmos, 3 Phoenix Wing Wind Blast, 1 Torrential Tribute, and 1 Trap Dust Shoot. Still on a lot of the same ways to take care of Emperor. You guys correctly identified that I can't use Wing Blast on Mirage of Nightmare because this card specifically says your opponent controls, and so luckily that hasn't come up yet. I still want to play the Mirage though because being able to draw past his Wing Blast I think is actually very important for keeping me in the game when he thinks he has me locked, and he's going to have to think twice about it. To be fair though, he could also just Wing Blast Mirage knowing I'm going to draw it, and there's really not going to be a lot of downside there. I'm still kind of liking this card for the time being. At the very least, I could just side it out. Moving on to the side deck, we pretty much still have a lot of the cards that we were playing before. Chaos Sorcerer, Gravekeeper Guard, 2 Spy, Morphing Jar, Night Assailants, another Snipe Hunter, Tsukiyomi, 2 White Magical Hat, Book of Moon, 2 Mind Crush, and 2 Sakuretsu Armor. I really like this lineup here. There really isn't too much that I don't like about it, and again, I can kind of swap things interchangeably depending on how I see the way the match is going. If it's going a bit slower, I can kind of fall back on my older control strategy, but if I'm feeling like the game is still going to be similar to how it's been the last few matches, I'm feeling much better with this deck. But I'm on a good win streak right now, so Gage is going to have to definitely change it up. We'll have to see what happens, but it is time to duel. Well, Gage, here we are once again. You know, I gotta say, Cyberdark Impact, by traditional Yu-Gi-Oh standards, is kind of the set that really takes a lot of shit, but I think for the purposes of the progression series, it's not like the worst. There are some pretty interesting cards that change things up a bit.
Yeah, it's not like the worst, but Alex, it's pretty fucking bad.
I mean, okay, let's just get it out there. Snipe Hunter, for the purposes of this, is actually really, really good.
Oh, no, Snipe Hunter is nuts, but everything like Dark Lucius level 8 and Dark Lucius level 6, all the Allure Queens, dude. What?
Hey, man, don't forget about Cyberdark Dragon. That's what I'm rocking today.
How could I forget? You pulled one. Oh, my God.
I don't know. Maybe I did.
Are you going to metamorphosis it out on me? That'd be crazy.
Shh, don't worry about it. We'll talk about that later. But we are going to talk about right now our patron that we need to shout out, and that today is Jonathan San Augustine. Thank you so much for your support over on Patreon. Gage, are you ready?
Dude, I've been ready. I have been ready. I'm so ready to beat you this episode.
Okay, well, I already rolled my die to determine... already going even on that. Okay. The die is...
Oh, my!
Wow!
Man, maybe the
die is
the
doing
way,
a lot of work.
Yeah.
So this is weird. Like, I still feel like instinctively second is correct, but with my deck and all of these, like, macro setups that I have, I still want to go first. And so... I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna go first, and if I lose, then I know I'm never going first ever again.
All right, well, good luck, duelist.
You as well. And as my instinct thought, I get to start off with the macro setup, so no complaints there. I also get to set up with 3 face downs, so go ahead.
Yeah, that's not too bad, you know. I will stand by main. All right, I'll start my turn off with I'll Comfy and get rid of that last card in your hand, and it's gonna get banished because you have Banisher.
Or will it, Gage?
Oh, why? Do you have something? Oh, you have Imperial Order.
I do have Imperial Order. You know what? I'm okay with flipping this.
Ooh. Yeah,
That
that's
put a
okay.
damper on your plan?
That kind of sucks a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, but that is okay.
Everything gets banished. You can't activate spells. What else could I possibly do?
Man, that card in your hand must be super important. I'm gonna set a card, and I'm just gonna end my turn. Go ahead, dude. Would you like to
Interesting.
pay for that order?
You know what? I actually am going to pay for the order, and that's rare. I usually don't do that.
Yeah, interesting choice.
I'm going to normal summon a second copy of Banisher.
Are you joking? Oh my god. All right.
We're going to hit in for 32 if this connects.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it connect. I'm gonna take the 32 right away.
Okay, I will just pass. Go ahead, Duelist.
All right, I'll draw.
Remember, for anyone watching at home, this is pre-errata Imperial Order, so I only have to pay the 700 during my standby phase, which is one of the reasons why this card was so broken.
Yep, it is above average.
Having some problems over there, Gage?
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not quite easy. Man, okay, well, this sucks, but I feel like I have to do it. Otherwise, I'm just going to lose this game. I'm going to flip Phoenix Wing Wind Blast.
Okay.
And I'm going to just banish my body as a shield. I'm going to stack that Imperial Order.
Wow, you really need that order gone.
Yeah.
Let me think about this. Why would you want to get rid of order? You probably have a board wipe, I imagine. So, yeah, I guess I will just let this go to the top of my deck. That's
Awesome. Okay, okay.
fine. Dark Hole me.
I don't quite have Dark Hole, but I do have a card like Pot of Greed.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's good, though. It pretty much just recovers all the resources you lost on the Wing Blast.
Yep. And Alex, can you believe it?
Did you draw Painful Choice?
I drew the Dark Hole. Oh,
okay,
my.
Okay. Dark Hole. Okay. Fair
Right,
enough.
That's
fair
going to
enough.
deal with those banishers pretty cleanly. I'm pretty happy about that. Now I'm just going to, you know what? I'm feeling this. That card in your hand must be super important. So I'm going to bring back an old friend, Spirit Reaper.
Oh.
And I'm going to Spirit Reaper get in for 300.
That's kind of bad. All right, let me think about this. So, well, it's pretty bad either way, now that I think about it. Yeah, I think this is unfortunately going to go. And
Yes.
you're going to be so happy that you did this. You all know why?
Why? What is it?
What card did you stack to the top of my deck?
Imperial Order.
That's what you just ripped out of my hand.
Oh my god, that's huge, dude! That's so huge!
I was like, this is going to be the god combo, and he is going to regret so bad that he
Dude.
stacked that to the top of my deck, and I don't have a clean way to deal with this Spirit Reaper, so that is so unfortunate.
Man, there really was a reason you were keeping that in your hand with confiscation. You really wanted that Mirage.
I don't even think that was the card in my hand at the time.
Oh, you know? Alright, you just wanted one of the other ones, though. Okay, alright, well, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna end my turn, dude. Go ahead.
Okay, well, gee, I wonder what I drew.
Me too. Wow, I wonder
Go
what that
ahead.
is, man. I will draw. I'm gonna throw this Reaper into defense position, and I'm going
Probably advisable.
Yeah, you know, it seems alright. And I'm gonna normal summon Witch.
That's fine.
And I'm just gonna get in for 11.
How the tables have turned ever
Yep.
so quickly.
Go ahead, Duelist. I only needed one board ripe, and I sure got there.
Ugh, I don't like where this is going. I'll just set another card and pass. Go ahead.
Oh man, I love to see it. I'll draw. I will just go to battle, and I'll try to get in for 11.
That's fine.
Cool. I'll go main phase 2, set 1, pass turn.
I will draw. Not bad. Go.
Oh. Alright, I'll draw.
I don't like the direction this game is taking.
Yeah, me
Gage.
neither. Me neither. This is a little weird. It's not quite what I expected. All right. Well, I don't want to bet on the odds that you have your Raigeki or your Dark Holes, so I'm just gonna go battle and attack.
I think I can take this, so I will.
Oh, I should have attacked with Spirit Reaper too. What am I doing? Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that. That's
yeah.
fine.
All right. Whatever. Not a big deal. Go ahead.
I'll draw.
Just pass again. Just do it.
I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna fire off this Dark Hole.
I figured you might have one. Yeah. Did you just draw that one?
I did just draw.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So that's gonna get destroyed. I'm gonna use my Witch.
That's fine. I'm not super happy about it, but it gets rid of the Reaper, which is like kind of good.
I'm gonna pick up a new friend. You haven't seen this guy
Ooh.
before. I'm gonna pick up Snipe Hunter.
There he is.
Yeah.
Oh man, Gage is setting himself up for this one. That's scary. I'll just pass. Go ahead.
All right. Okay. I'll draw.
Oh man, are we about to see some Snipe Hunter
Oh,
shenanigans?
we're about to get Snipe in here if you don't got anything. I'm gonna normal summon the Snipe Hunter.
I do have bottomless for the Snipe.
Okay, that's it. That is gonna deal with the Snipe Hunter there. Unfortunately, no value from it. I'll just set 2. Go ahead, dude.
You realize you normal summon the Snipe Hunter, right?
Oh fuck, I did. Okay, hold on. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Your turn.
All right, you're fine. You're fine. Joseph was doing that in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh the other day too. So
Oh,
I don't
yeah?
know what it is with you guys wanting to do this lately. I'll just set and pass. Go ahead.
Man, dude, you are not looking too good right now.
I just can't get any cards that are like proactive, but you know, that's what happens when you run like 12 trap cards, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Can you beat set pass? Go ahead, dude.
Let's see. Oh god, maybe not. Wow. I'm not super happy about this. I'm going to compulse your set.
Interesting choice. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
And then I'll pass.
Oh. Yeah, you're definitely not real happy about that one. I'll just draw. I'm feeling like I'm in a pretty good position here. I'm just gonna... I know one of those is Imperial Order. I'm just gonna set and pass again. Go ahead, dude.
Okay. Let's draw. That's not bad. That's actually pretty good.
Is it, though?
It's pretty good. I would say Breaker is pretty good, Gage.
Yeah, you see, Breaker would be above average, but I've got a bottomless to deal with him.
And I have the My Body as a shield to protect him.
Ooh. Yeah, that works. Okay. All right. All right.
So that's going to resolve. Breaker gets his counter now, and since we're at it, I'm just going to pop your back row.
All right. Well, not a big deal, because I'm going to chain my Raigeki break.
Wow, you're back on Raigeki break.
Yeah, I'm going to discard this one. I'm going to pop the one that I know this is not Imperial Order, so I'm going to pop that.
Ooh. This makes me nervous. You just discarded a light monster.
Ooh, spooky.
It is spooky. I am 100% in Emperor range too, which is very bad. I don't know if this is correct, but I feel like I kind of have to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and activate Wing Blast in response to your Raigeki break. I'm going to get rid of this Chaos Sorcerer that I've been holding on to this whole time. And unfortunately, Breaker was the dark monster that I needed. So I was really hoping that you were going to Raigeki break Breaker, because that would have made me feel really good.
No.
But
right.
We're going to go ahead and stack your set monster.
That is okay. All right, everything resolves.
Battle phase, I will hit you for 1,600.
In 1,600, I will take, my man.
And I will have to pass the turn. Go ahead.
All right, I will draw. I already knew what I drew. Stand by main. All right, Alex. You better have it. Otherwise, you're dead, I think, here. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. All right. Okay. All right, so I'm going to banish a light and a dark. I'm going to summon the Chaos Emperor Dragon. Envoy of the End. Is he gonna stick? Is he gonna stick?
I have the compulse for it.
Oh! And I do not have another light for it. So it will go back to my hand. That's okay. I'll just activate Smashing Ground, I guess. Do you want to flip up your order?
I think I actually do want to flip up order. I think I want to keep Breaker around, to be honest.
All right. I'll just set and I'll end. Go ahead.
There's going to be a lot riding on this top deck here. I'm going to say that. Okay, now this is a big decision. So I have to decide now if I want to pay for order, because, I mean, I know you have Emperor in hand. So, like, I'm dead if that goes through no matter what. So I'm kind of, like, feeling okay about it. I guess I can afford to pay a turn. I feel like at this point, I'm only at 2,200. I feel like I'm dead no matter what. So I might as well just pay it and see what happens. I'm going to go to battle phase. I'm going to attack into this. I know I'm going to regret doing this.
Yeah.
And it's a spy.
As you should have. Yep. So I'm going to activate the spy.
And the worst part about that is it actually makes it so that I only get one more turn for order. So that's pretty bad. We'll go to main 2. We'll set a card, and we'll just pass it over to you.
All right, I'll draw. That is perhaps the best draw in my deck.
During your standby phase.
All right. What do you got?
I have Macrocosmos.
I don't even care, dude. Good game. I'm going to summon Tsukiyomi. I'm going to flip that down.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be end of the game.
I'm just going to go in for it.
Okay. You, let's not do that. Okay, there we go. I almost just quit immediately.
I mean, you could have. Hey, I'd take that free win.
I bet you would have. Man, Pot of Greed into Dark Hole. That's just where that all started to go downhill.
All right, Mr. Imperial Order Banisher of Radiance. Okay, I see you. All right.
Those Banishers were basically walling you off of all of that from happening.
You had 2 of them. One of them's hard enough for me to out.
I did say that if I lost that, I wasn't going to go first again, so I'm going to go second this time.
All right,
and
okay.
I'm still probably going to regret doing that as well, but we will see what happens.
Yeah,
Good
we'll
luck.
find out. Good luck, dude. I'll just start with setting a card and then setting a back row. The old T set. And I will just pass to you, dude.
Okay. I will draw for turn. We're going to start off with everyone's favorite going second card, Cyber Dragon.
Yep, he's big.
And while we are at it, let's go ahead and... How aggressive do we want to get? That's the question. Let's go ahead and drop ourselves a Banisher of the Radiance while we're at it.
Oh my goodness, you have everything. Yep, that's fine.
It's nice, isn't it? Let's go to battle phase and attack over this.
Alex, there's only so aggressive you can get when you're up against a Spirit Reaper.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Spirit Reaper is going to hold me off. It's a pretty good card. I will go to main 2, and I will set myself a couple of cards, and we'll pass it over to you. Go
All
ahead.
right, I'll draw. Interesting. I will start my turn by normal summoning Freed the Brave Warrior. Or Wander, not Warrior. Is he okay?
He is very brave. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
he resolves.
The Brave Man's going to get over your Banisher for 100, hopefully.
100 big ones, yeah? Got
Yes, all right. Banisher has been outed. Perfect, perfect. I will just simply, from there, I'm just going to pass, dude. Go ahead.
Okay, let's draw for turn. Well, Gage, your Spirit Reaper is kind of annoying.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not going to lie. But there is a specific card that can handle it that we got from our new set. So I will bring out my Snipe Hunter.
Ah, see? Well, okay, before you use your Snipe Hunter, all right, since you don't have priority, I'm going to take advantage of this Raigeki break I got set back here.
Okay.
I'll pitch... You know what? I'm running low on cards, too. So I'm actually going to pitch a Snipe Hunter of my own. Pop your Hunter.
Well, Gage, unfortunately, I have the My Body as a shield for this. So,
Oh!
that's not gonna work.
That's going to deal with it. That's fine. All
It
right.
is. So I will use the effect of Snipe Hunter. The funny thing is, it doesn't actually matter if this goes through or not, because the nice part is that Spirit Reaper's effect will trigger here. But just for the fun of it, let's see if it would have actually popped. Oh, wow, it wouldn't have. So
It wouldn't have. But since it does
That's
target, Spirit Reaper still dies, yeah.
that's unfortunate. Yeah. So I'm going to go to... Well, actually, before we go to battle phase, let's flick up this Macrocosmos.
Yeah, why wouldn't you, you know?
Yeah, and we'll hit over this Freed so you don't have any light targets engraved.
Yep, 400, and then I'll take a 1,500 from your Snipe Hunter.
I should have flipped that macro prior to using the effect of my Snipe Hunter, but it's okay. Mistakes were made. And I'll just pass the turn. Go ahead.
All right, I will draw. This does not look good.
I'm feeling pretty good.
I know you're feeling pretty good. You're probably feeling great.
I don't know. When you My Body is a shield or a Geki break, it feels pretty good.
Yeah, I bet it feels awesome. All right, I'm going to normal summon this Exiled Force,
Sure.
and I'm going to use the effect. I'm going to pop your Cyber Dragon.
Cyber Dragon is banished.
Perfect. I'll just pass, dude. Go ahead.
Okay, I will draw. I'm going to bring out big ol' Kaiku the Ghost Destroyer
Oh,
now.
he's destroying some ghosts. He's huge.
Yeah, he's going to be hitting in with my Snipe Hunter for 3,300 total, and we are going to get these monsters out of your graveyard. I don't think you want those.
Nah,
so I'll just pass the
of
turn.
course I didn't want them. Why would I? I'll go into my main phase. I'll just normal summon Ninja Grandmaster Sasuke.
Okay,
I'm going to get over your Snipe Hunter.
that's fair. So I will take 300 for that. Snipe Hunter will get banished.
I'll just set a card. I'll pass.
All right, I will draw. I'm going to battle phase. I'm going to try to crash.
That's fine. They can both get banished.
So they will both be gone. Main 2, I will just set a monster, and I will set a back row. Go ahead.
Cool. I'll draw. I'll do the same. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll draw. Okay, I'm going to flip up Gravekeeper's Guard and attempt to bounce your monster.
That's fine. That'll go to hand.
I'm going to normal summon DD Survivor.
Yeah, that's going to be exact game. I really can't do anything about it.
It is exact game if it goes through.
Yep, that's going to go through. Quick game 2.
Ooh, okay. Things are changing now.
Oh, man, Alex. We haven't had a game. No, we had a game 3 last episode. So at least we're getting some game 3s in now, you know?
Yeah, I think game 3s are always the best because it really just shows how close it can get. You know, 2-0s are fun every once in a while, but these 3-0, or not 3-0s, these game best of 3s, I think are way more fun when it goes all the way down to the wire.
They get intense, man. If only chat could have heard, well, if only everybody could have seen us, like, we were completely dead silent in the side decking process. We're taking this 100% seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
all right,
my.
Gage. What are you going to do?
Dude. I'm going to pick what I've always thought is going better here. I'm going to go second. It's been working. I'm feeling good with it.
I figured you would do that, so I'm glad I did not make that mistake.
Good luck, Duelist. Hopefully it pays off for you.
Good luck to you as well. I will start by doing something very similar to our first game, and I will pass the turn.
Awesome. I'll draw.
During your standby phase.
Okay. Trap dust shoot.
I haven't gotten a chance to do this to you in a minute.
Alex, this is a crazy dust shoot you're getting here, actually. This is a really good dust shoot. All right. You ready to
Let's see it. I am. Oh!
Yeah, that's a good one.
Wow. I was waiting for, like, the instance where you have both Emperors and I can only shuffle one back. Okay. This is actually a pretty good hand, though, from you. I mean, you have a lot going on here. So, obviously, Actually, let me think about this. Is Emperor what I want to get rid of? That has to be the choice, right?
I don't know, is it?
I'm going to think for a second. Sook, Rhoda, Jinzo, Bottomless, My Body. It's probably correct. Yeah, we'll get rid of the Emperor.
All right, I figured. Gets discarded.
Yeah, I mean,
correct?
like, it has to be a pretty hard case to not be Emperor, I feel like. Goes back to your deck, buddy. It's not confiscation.
Okay, sorry.
I wish it was confiscation. Oh, my God.
Oh, man. Okay. All right, so now that your Dust Shoot's resolved, pretty good card, I am going to activate that Rhoda you saw.
Well, unfortunately for you, I have Imperial Order once again.
Yeah, of course you do. Damn, dude.
It's going to put you in quite in a position now.
Yeah, you know everything else in my hand. It's not that ideal, is it?
Not really.
Set. Go ahead, dude.
Okay, so that is Tsukiyomi, My Body, Bottomless.
Would you like to pay her 700?
Yeah, I think I will pay the 7. I think that's fine. I can spend some initial early life here. No problem. This is where things get kind of interesting, actually. Yeah, so you're not going to be happy with what's about to come next. I'm going to go ahead and normal summon DD Survivor.
Well, yeah, Bottomless doesn't do anything against that, does it?
Nope.
No. Yeah.
I mean, you can use it if you want, but that's up to you.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm going to go to battle phase. I'm going to walk into this Tsukiyomi.
Okay, Tsukiyomi's effect is mandatory, so I'm going to flip your DD Survivor.
I am perfectly fine with that. I will happily make that exchange. I will go to main 2, and I think I will just pass the turn. Go ahead.
Right, I'll draw. Cool. I'll summon the DD Warrior Lady.
And I will use my own copy of Bottomless Trap Hole.
Yeah, that's gonna work. This is not looking good, dude. Oh, man.
No, it's not.
All right. Yep, your turn.
I will draw.
Would you like to pay her 700 for order?
Yeah, let me go back to standby phase here. I actually have a very good reason not to now. Yeah, I'll keep it.
Okay. All right. I respect it.
I will go ahead and flip up ye old DD Survivor once again.
Yep, he is surviving.
I think I will just go ahead and poke for 18.
18 is okay with me. What is that face down you're holding on to there?
Who knows? Maybe you'll find out at some point. Go ahead.
I'll draw. I'll just set and pass. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. This could be very big.
Would you like to pay your Imperial Order?
Yeah, we're kind of in the same position as we were before, so I got to think about this. Where is this going to get me? I know you have Jinzo in hand. You're setting a monster. I am going to pay for the order.
I think this is the most you've ever paid for order.
I think so. Yeah, this might go down in history as the most I've ever paid. I'm going to flip up Gravekeeper Guard, bounce your set.
Yeah, it's about time. All right, that's fine.
I'm going to go battle phase. I'm going to hit you for 28.
I'm going to take it all. That's fine.
I mean, I know you're taking it all because I know your back row doesn't do anything. And then I'll go to main 2. I'm going to set again, and I'm going to pass. Go ahead.
All right, draw. Okay. I'll just set and pass. Go ahead. Go ahead, man. Thrilling gameplay right now.
Thrilling gameplay.
All right, standby phase, you paying for order again.
If you saw, like, the situation I was in, you would know why I'm thinking about this so hard. I gotta think. So, what is that set? Because the set kind of plays an important role here. If the set is Spy, as it currently stands with what you know on the field, I attack into it, and then most likely you just tribute for Jinzo, which is a thing. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I am gonna pay for the order.
Okay.
I am going to... I might regret this, but we'll see. I'm going to flip up this copy of Spy.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're going to get another Spy from the deck.
Oh, he's getting aggro.
If you don't have Spy set, I win, basically. So that's the way I'm looking at this, because Guard plus 2 Spies is exactly 34. So if it is Spy, then... Oh, God, dude. Oh, that's difficult. What do we do then?
Just hit a mid-defeat. It's easier. Save yourself the mental gymnastics and just hit the concede button.
Do that. That's not gonna matter. All right, let's go for it. Show me the Spy.
Man, you're so on top of those reads today, dude.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
I'll take the 200. Okay, so Spy is out. Well, nothing else can hit over. I can luckily change this Guard to defense to at least soak some of the damage here. I will set, and I think I will just pass it over to you. Go ahead.
Awesome. Okay, I'll draw. All right, well, yeah, you pretty much had the call. I'm going to tribute for the Jinzo. Is he okay?
Jinzo is 100% fine.
Awesome. All right, so it seems like the only thing that you can do to out my board really here is to Tsukiyomi down that guard or book it. But you have Imperial Order up now. So while you have that up, I'm going to go battle phase and I'm going to punch over your guard.
I think that would probably be the correct choice. So guard is down.
Okay, cool. I'll go main phase 2. I'll pass. Go ahead, man.
I'm going to need a big rip here.
Yep. Are you going to pay that 700 off that order again? Do you just want to pay 700 for no reason? You could do that. I'm okay with that.
I mean, I bet you'd be okay with that, but no, unfortunately, we're not going to do that. So order is gone. Well, this is not looking too hot now.
You mean to tell me you don't have Raigeki? You always have your Raigeki.
I'm just going to switch these spies to defense.
Ooh, all right. He's walling up.
Yeah, we're walling up. I'm going to set a monster too.
Okay.
And I'll pass the turn.
All right, I'll draw. Cool. I'll go battle phase, and I'm going to attack over your DD Survivor.
As expected, I'll take the 600. Didn't want to throw him in defense, so you couldn't just walk over it with spy.
Yep, I'll go main phase 2. This is going to be an attrition war. I'll set, and I'll also pass. Go ahead.
You said Raigeki. Damn. I was really hoping we get that.
If only.
If only. Not looking too hot. I think I'll just pass. Go ahead.
Oh, all right. I'll draw. Okay, cool. I'll go standby main. I'll normal summon Exiled Force.
Sure.
And I'll activate the Exiled Force, pop your phase down.
It was just a Banisher of the Radiance. So
Okay.
we baited that out.
All right. I'll activate a Smash and Ground to get rid of one of your spies.
Sure.
I haven't normal summoned, have I?
No?
Sick. All right, let's go for it. Cool. I'll summon Spirit Reaper.
Oh, God.
I'll flip up Witch.
Okay.
I'm going to... if you have Snatch Steal, it does the same thing. I'm going to throw the Spine attack. I'll go battle phase. And
Wow,
I'll get
you're
the
going all
Jinzo.
out.
Yeah, I'll get the Jinzo over that spy.
Okay, so that's going to be 2,600 from everything.
All right,
Uh-oh.
cool. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay?
Okay.
All right, so this one.
Got rid of my Compulse.
Okay, all right. This is looking good. I'll just pass. Go ahead.
There's like exactly 2 cards, I think, that saved me. Maybe 3 in this particular scenario.
See if you can get it.
What does that do? Does that do anything?
Alex, you're making me nervous, dude. Like, what did you draw, man? What did you draw?
Well, I mean, you should feel confident knowing that if it was like one of the blowout cards,
You
I
would
would
have just ripped it.
that
Yeah, you would have
immediately.
ripped it, but...
Okay. I'm going to activate Heavy Storm.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. Let me see what that other one was. Wing Blast? Okay, all right.
So Wing Blast. I will normal summon this Breaker.
Yeah, Breaker's cool.
I will go to battle phase.
Sure.
I will hit over your Spirit Reaper and admit defeat because
I was going to say, what the fuck does that do? I was like, what are you doing? All right, good games, dude. Holy crap. I won that one. What is this? What is this last
I
one?
drew a Kaiku. And so I was just like, I was trying to think if there was like any weird like scenario I could have like pulled out with. Like, so if there was one more turn I didn't pay for order, Breaker, I would have actually been able to survive this because if I went Breaker attacks Spy, Jinzo would have attacked Breaker. I take 500 and then I take 14 from these two. That's only 1,900. So paying 1 extra Imperial Order actually made the difference there. But man, I felt like really good about that game, but then it just went downhill really quick.
Did you play 3 Snipe Hunter?
No, so first of all, I only pulled 2.
Nuh-uh.
Which is crazy because it's a common.
Yeah, I pulled like 6.
Yeah, so no, I only pulled 2 of it, and I played 1 in the main, and I played 1 in the side.
What did you open for the wheel today?
It was tournament packs, but I got complete guard. Oh, no, I got a second copy of Mobius, actually, which is cool.
Oh,
but
that's pretty sick, yeah.
A second Mobius is a little bit overkill, I think.
Yeah, but that's still kind of cool.
If anything, it's like a nice card to have on hand, I suppose.
You know what you didn't mention last episode that I totally realized you got and you just didn't even bat an eye towards? You got Last Will? And you didn't even bat an eye. Bro, you know how good Last Will is? Holy shit.
It's a lot better in your deck, I feel like.
I
And
feel like
especially,
it's just
too,
good in
because like I'm
general.
playing the macro stuff. I don't think Last Will's like as good. But yeah, Last Will's still crazy.
Yeah, no, Last Will's nuts, dude. I saw you got that. I was like, holy shit. Because you could, like, Last Will, if something gets sent to graveyard, Last Will, bring out a Sangan or something. That's pretty hot, too.
You know
That's
what's
like
crazy? I'm actually questioning if hitting Emperor was the right choice off of Dust Shoot.
It's hard to
the
say.
The only light, again, it's hindsight, right? Because the only light you you even had access to that entire game was Warrior Lady, and I bottomless it. And I had bottomless in my opening hand. So, like, if there was a universe where I got rid of your Jinzo instead, you would set your 2 back row, and then set Sook, presumably, right? And then I would Imperial Order when you Rhoda, and then your bottomless is basically nullified by the survivor. So I'm actually, I think I actually misplayed in taking the Emperor, which is fucking crazy to think, because I think this whole game, if you didn't have this Jinzo, I think I would have been fine, because yeah, you drew into this spy, and again, we don't know what you would have drawn into, to be fair, but even if you had this spy, you didn't have Jinzo in your hand.
Yeah.
So I had still had my traps that I could have used. Like, I still had this Wing Blast in the back row. I drew into this Compulse, and again, this is a lot of like ifs, but it's really weird to think that, and that's why I kind of took a minute to think about when I did do that Dust Shoe, because for a minute I did think about hitting Jinzo, but I'm like, I feel like I have the game like pretty wrapped up as long as I can just get a monster to like kill you, or you don't get a spy, and then you got a spy. There was also a scenario where I was thinking, and I don't remember what I drew the turn after this, so this is also hard to say. So instead of attacking your spy with my survivor, I drew Wing Blast that turn. So I was thinking to myself, instead of attacking your spy, I was just going to set Wing Blast, and then on right before, oh no, you'd still draw the card though, but during your draw phase, I would Wing Blast spy back to the top of your deck. So then you'd be drawing a different card, and then if it were something else, then you could set, then that's fine. But then it would give me another turn to possibly find a way to out if it were spy. So that's like, that was another thing in my head. I was like thinking, should I do this? But I was like, I feel like I might be able to just win, but I don't know. I think I made some mistakes there that costed me. But
I guess if we're just looking at the cards that we had in play, if you would have did that play, I also had Spirit Reaper in my hand. So I was trying to decide if I set Spy or if I set Reaper, where I thought if I set the Reaper to start, you might have something that could just target it, like, I don't know, a dumb card, and then just get rid of it and go for game. So I set the Spy because it was bigger. But the thing is, if you would have Wing Blasted and I would have drawn a different card, I still had that Reaper in the hand and I could have set that. And I don't know, did you have an out to it then?
So if you wouldn't have had Jinzo, potentially, because I think I drew Compulse the following turn, potentially.
That Jinzo put in so much work. I actually, last episode, I took out the Jinzo and I just put it back in this episode too.
And no, and like, I noticed that you took out Jinzo too, so like, I didn't have as much respect for it as I have before. Like, I don't have like I haven't had Book of Moon in my main deck for like a few episodes
now.
Really?
That's nuts. You're crazy.
Yeah, like, I still have Smashing Grounds and like Darkhold Regeki, but no, I don't have the Book of Moon out, I suppose, which isn't really an out. I still have to kind of kill it, but I'm playing a lot more like stronger beaters, so it's not difficult to hit over him anymore, I don't think. Man, yeah, that was a good game.
That was a really good game. Yeah, I finally came up on top with one. Let's go.
You did.
Do we have any special packs coming up to open up, or am I opening Tournament Pack 8 again?
You're on TP8. I think the winner of the next episode, which I believe is Strike of Neos, I have to double check.
That sounds right,
but the winner of Strike of Neos, I believe, gets Dark Revelation 3 up for grabs. And Dark Revelation 3, I think, is just another reprint set of like some of the older, maybe, I don't know if it's Ancient Sanctuary or not, but it might be like Soul of the Duelist, Rise of Destiny. And those aren't like the mega impactful sets like we've had before, but it gives us something to at least strive for when we're playing a bit here. Are you on the Dark Worlds?
No, I cut them.
I knew it! I was gonna fucking play Morphing Jar, because I'm like, I haven't seen a single Dark World this whole fucking game. And I'm just like, has he not drawn any of them or what? And so in the third game, I really thought about siding in Morphing Jar, because I'm like, that would just be so big if he's not on them. But Morphing Jar is just an auto lose if you are. So I'm like, I can't take the risk. I don't even know if I would have drawn it. I don't know what I would have swapped it for. But
yeah, as soon as you put in the Banishers, like I tried to play him another episode, it didn't work. So I just ended up cutting them, because once you have Banisher, Macro, or DeFi, it's just, they're worthless. Literally garbage. So I cut the whole Dark World Lightning package. I cut all the Dark Worlds, and I just replaced.
So you almost went back to like the older style deck you were playing. Like, obviously some changes, but like kind of just like more streamlined, just cookie cutter play good stuff deck.
Yeah. I also cut the what was it? I cut Chaos Sorcerer too. I'm just playing CED as the only Chaos monster.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That Chaos Sorcerer, I will admit, that first game, Chaos Sorcerer kind of wrecked me. Or was it the second game where I just had it in my hand for like 4 turns and I didn't have a dark?
Yeah.
And I'm just playing one, because I have a lot of lights and darks, but like I
also have
playing
macro
like
DeFi, so it's like so hard to get it set up. Yeah. So
exactly. But at the same time, it's like it's a nice just kind of push in case I don't have any of the banishing cards. So then it's kind of cool. But no, good game though. I think you definitely adjusted accordingly, and I felt like you might have to go this this direction, and so I actually was side decking Spy and Guard because in my older decks I wasn't playing it. So I actually brought those back in for games 2 and 3 because I kind of identified you were going this way, especially when I saw Tsukiyomi as well. I'm like, I think he's really changing it up.
Well,
this episode.
the Tsukiyomi came in this episode too because it's an easy out for your breaker. Because you get like in the first episode, you can just normal summon and flip it and then attack over it, and that's a big thing on its own too. But Tsukiyomi also flips down Spy and everything too. Suka's just a good card, so I figured it'd be good to throw back in again. So I fully expect you to throw in that morphing jar again next episode. I can't wait to see it.
I think Team Gage is going to be happy to see it, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to play morphing jar because maybe if you think I'm going to play jar, maybe you go back to Dark World.
I don't know.
Like
I'll have to big brain you.
That's where there's this weird dance that we do, right? I want to play morphing jar so bad. I don't know. Maybe we'll do it for the one time and just see if it happens.
We'll find out when we get there, I guess. But I'm gonna get that winning streak going.
Guys, that is going to wrap it up for this episode of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression Series. Hashtag Team Cimo, hashtag Team Gage. Before we go, we have to shout out our lovely patrons over on Patreon. So big shout outs to Sharkman, Gray Lane, Mystic Walk, Michael Dente, Joshua Wiley, Sylvia Wilds, OG, Tim003, Pony Stark, Thomas Nelson, Kel of Devils, Emil Cohen, Adam Evans, Jarvis Martin, Dolly Wop, the G-Man 99, Matthew Farrenberger, Logan Thomas, Peter Gregory, Luka Petrovic, Dragonlord, Gerstein, GW, and Draconic. Thank you guys so much for your support. Stay tuned for next episode because Gage might be on a new win streak and things are heating up. We'll see you next time.